Hi everyone and welcome to my channel Pretty Pink Soul Movement, and I'm Michelle Cool, and today I'll be doing the full moon in Capricorn reading, which is also a lunar eclipse, so check out if you get to see that in your side of the world. So it's pretty exciting. So you probably already read my eclipse post and seen my eclipse picker card reading. If you haven't, check that one out. But these three eclipses have been pretty magical. So this is the last one in this series. And then I think there's two more before the end of the year in November, December. Obviously I'll report on that when we get closer to that time. But have you felt the shifts and the changes and the moves and the breakdowns and the breakthroughs? And that's what the eclipses are here to aid us with. And literally this third one's going to bring in this energy of seeing our shadows and wanting to deal with our shadows so we can actually move forward and walk into our purpose. It's healing, it's freeing, which is weird because it doesn't actually align with, to me, the Capricorn side of things. It's probably more the hard working stuff, but it's not really to me it's not a spiritual sign. So I'm quite surprised, but the polar opposite is Cancer, which is. So I feel like it's drawing on its, polar opposite sign for this energy, which doesn't make sense, but I'm a channeler. That's what I'm channeling. It's not meant to make sense to me. So yeah, it's a very euphoric, empathetic, deeply resonance with our soul shifting, and the Capricorn energy is grounding this in. So that's what it is, because Capricorn's earth sign, very hardworking earth sign. It's grounding this energy in. Oh, okay, that makes sense now. Thank you. So I'm like writing this stuff up. I do a little bit of a, channeling beforehand. I'm like, it still makes sense. But when does channeling really make sense? So, and that's something for me that I need to shift and change and move. The more I work with people, the more I channel, obviously the better I get at it, the more I grow and get the hang of it. Do you know what I mean? It's just like anything, which is why I created the channeling course to help people with that. There's a lot of psychic energy. It's kind of crazy. So it's like if you haven't really adopted that power yet, if you haven't really owned it and taken it on, you might be forced to deal with it at this time. So that could be coming up for you. One of my clients, we were working through healing, and she said how she had an attachment that she actually went to another specialist to talk through at the time, and then came back to me for the healing, because obviously we all specialize in different things. And yeah, and the comment that her let's say attachment specialist said was that a lot of people are coming to her with these negative attachments, and it's to force us to look at our shadows, because it's just like a tower moment in the tarot, right? So sometimes we won't move until something totally falls over. We won't leave a job that's might be okay, or it might be totally crap, until something severe happens. Or we won't shift out of relationships until we think, we tell ourselves we need security, which is very Capricorn, and the universe goes, not too bad, too sad, and pushes you out and makes you leave. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, as harsh as certain situations can feel, or emotions, it's there to actually support you, so you can go, I'm going to look at my shadow now and I'm going to release this. I'm going to get on my journey of healing, because you are here to do the soul work that you came to do, which is what 2020 is all about. So you can't do that unless you make space by looking at your shadow, which is like pretty awesome, pretty crazy, but pretty awesome. So it's like, yeah, the psychic energy is strong at the moment. The impulse of picking up on what other people are feeling. Spirits might be giving you their energy to say, this is how I'm feeling, and show you their life. That's a good indication. It could be good, it could be bad. I know for me, when I've crossed over, spirits that come to visit me, they give me they may not give me, sometimes they do, they'll show me stories in my head like a movie player, or they'll just give me their pain. It will just be a feeling that I need to release and transmute into the light. So those kind of things can happen. Just be mindful. If you've got no reason to feel sad, it could be that you're picking up on other people's energy, okay? It's not always about us. Empaths pick up on other stuff, and also similarly, like, say someone in your family, if something's happened or they need your help, do you know what I mean? Like, you pick up on stuff like that, who's calling you before you pick up the phone, or someone's calling you, or I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm gonna, because that's what I do, right? I was sitting there, was it yesterday or something, and I was working, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, someone's thinking about me and jerking the gherkin. I'm like, why do I need to know that? Do I need to know that? Like, it was so random. And it happened like twice in half an hour. I'm like, I don't need to know that. So it's not going to be something necessary that you need to know, but just know it's other people's energy heading at you, and learn how to protect yourself, and call an Archangel Michael to help with that, or somebody else. I'm just going to talk quickly about Mercury retrograde. Sorry for that visual. Oh, and Mars has gone into Aries. My God, like, I know people that are, friends on my Facebook and stuff. I was like, I just want to fight someone, not with my hands, but just verbally. I just want to spar with them and have a debate and just, a bit of passion, a bit of excitement. And then I didn't know Mars was going into Aries, and then I figured it out. I'm like, oh, that totally explains it, because I'm like, why do I just want to fight? Every now and then I'm pretty feisty anyway. Like, I'll just like arc up on comments and say things, I've mentioned it before, that I probably shouldn't say, but it's fine. I'm not outright rude. Or sometimes I can be. Anyway, it's just dependent on the situation, the mood I'm feeling at the time. That's okay. I'm also here to trigger people. I do it in a fun, loving way, right? But yeah, anyway, so I was just all like, oh my God, I feel like fighting people. And then so many other people are just like, yeah, me too. And my husband copped it and this and that. And I'm like, well, I don't have a partner to do it to, so I just had to go on Facebook and do it with random men, like, just to make myself feel good. Oh, funny. Anyway, so notice that might come up for you. There could be, because, like, Mars is like the planet of war, right? And in its home fire sign of Aries, and, basically. So that could be the case for your emotions, or if people around you are acting weird, that's, one of the reasons. But, just play and have some fun with it. And I think as soon as you realize, sorry, I think there's like hair on my face somewhere and I can't stop scratching my face. For you to realize what's happening just takes away that, what the hell's happening to me, so you don't feel crazy. There's a reason for it. It's, lots of fun. Just have fun with it, just like anything, right? So yeah, Mercury retrograde. Any exes been trying to come back? Like, hello, let me in. No. Close that door. It's all about those, cycles, and so much going on. Eclipses, full moon. Like this full moon in Capricorn is going to bring it all to a head. So just notice the cycles and the patterns that keep reoccurring. Notice what you're feeling, like what you're feeling annoyed with at the time. That is what you need to heal. I know for me, I was triggering a guy because, he had a lot of healing to do from a past partner. I'm not too sure he realized that, but it was like constant. He needed to talk about it constantly. I'm like, dude, I ain't got time for this. Anyway, I was triggering him because I'm like, I want to, do you want to like spar? I feel like I just want to fight with you. But to him, his perception of fighting is narcissism, toxic relationship, which is what he's been through. So, when we're in the process of healing, we're always going to relate things like that back to what we've just been through. And it's like, you don't really understand how, and you try to pretend you knew a bit about astrology. I'm like, well, obviously you don't get it, because it's the current energy at the moment. And if that's triggering you into remembering something from the past, and that's something that needs to be healed. So that's something good to like look out for. Whatever you're being triggered with by other people or whatever, that's what needs to be healed once and for all. And also like the cycles and the patterns, like, if an ex that wasn't so good for you came back, would you say yes because, let him back in your life because you're lonely, because you don't feel whole, because you feel lacking yourself? Whereas if you had good boundaries and good self-respect, you'd be like, okay, we weren't a good fit, even if it was just like, they had like 5 good things out of 10, 5 bad things, 5 good things out of 10. you know, that's not a right fit for you because, you know, you need your core. Well, what do I need? Do I know what I want? Do I know I deserve? Do I know what I desire? Have I done my healing? Am I attracting healthy relationships? You know, there's all those things you obviously have to go through when you're looking at your cycles. And if you need help, obviously I do shadow work. So just look at that. And I think the strongest message I can get for this full moon, switching back to that, is express yourself. Express yourself, because that in itself is healing, to say how you truly feel and to be honest with yourself. That is the biggest key information I can give you right now. Okay, so am I going to do imbalanced Capricorn energy? So notice if, because obviously the full moon brings in whatever sign it's in, that type of energy. So Capricorn imbalanced, oh no, imbalance, balanced. Sorry, I don't edit this. So Capricorn, when it is in balance, is intelligent, honest, practical, discerning, and attractive. The attractive one was new to me. I didn't know that was the case. I have known a few Capricorns that can be quite charismatic and charming, but I've only known not many that I know of, but I've only known them to use that to manipulate to their advantage. But anyway, so that's apparently the balanced Capricorn side. And they're family orientated, so you might feel like you really wanting to create a steady home for you and your family, or potentially new partner, or do you know what I mean? Like there's that grounded energy, that earthy, homey, just stability, you know, financially, which is why a lot of people want to figure out their life purpose. So like, I want something soulful, but also, you know, obviously want to be financially stable. So that's kind of what's coming up at the moment. And you're just wanting to like give yourself all your needs and your family, you know, all the beautiful things in the world. So that's really lovely. So when a Capricorn is imbalanced, they're cold, aloof, and sorry to say this, but no, you guys aren't very emotionally intelligent. Ooh, she did. Yes, I did. Can be too serious, too ambitious, and look, this wasn't my words, even though I was thinking it. It actually said psychotic. So I've actually known a few psycho Capricorns. So hopefully if anyone's a Capricorn watching this and you're big three or in your, you know, in your chart, you're more balanced than imbalanced Capricorns. Don't dislike my video. So that's what that is. Now let's see. Gotten all the messages out of the way. What else the universe has to say? I'm so sorry about the sun, guys, but it does make my eyes pop. The position of the earth has changed, and I just gotta roll with it, right? And I've got the blind down. That's like streaming right through into my grill. Okay, what else for this? Oh, you want the first one? Full moon. Oh, pink rose of Lady Nada. This is about healing and heart healing, which is really pretty. Like, see how she's open to healing and accepting that from the universe. That's what this time is like all about. It's all about reconnection to source, reconnection to spirit, reconnecting to the moon, letting go. Obviously full moon's all about letting go. So write your what do I let go of list, and then literally go outside and say to the moon, be like, please, you know, help me let these things go. Make your list of things you want to let go. Say, I want to make room for, you know, better things in my life. So I'm releasing the old, outdated, the outworn, the, you know, my fear around, you know, healing or seeing my shadows, or list all the things that you're wanting to release. Oh, yay! Oh my God. So I've been getting this message for like probably 2 years, and that's probably in alignment with, I think, when I started writing and started my page and started to coach people and stuff like that. My guides always show me this rainbow, and then they were saying like rainbow bridge, and literally the last 6 months it's been coming up like that. They're like, show me a rainbow bridge. You know, even my twin flame, when he visits me on the astral plane, that's how he comes in and that's how he takes off, you know. And if you're watching this, hi. Me and my friends call you Astral Hottie. Anyway, because I don't know its name. Excuse me. So anyway, this card says Ascension, the Rainbow Bridge, and it's card number 18. So add that up and it goes into 9. Sorry, it's not going to really show because it's the sun. Oh, that's a bit better. Look at that heart healing as well. It's a lot of heart healing going on right now. So you might be feeling ache in your heart, tingling. So that means it's releasing, but also it wants to be healed. So it's opening up like a rose and really wants to be healed. So yeah, it says Ascension, the Rainbow Bridge, which is basically what light workers are here to do. Because and I got this message the other day. So say I'm in the middle of this bridge and I'm basically holding the 5D open, and I'm like kind of in between the 4 and 5D. So I'm holding the 5D open. I'm in and out between the 3rd, the 4th, and 5th, and I've created this bridge of energy for people to go from one to the other. That's kind of what I'm doing. That's what light workers are here to do. We're here to open these portals and let that come in. And the 3 eclipses are here to transform people to move further along that bridge. It's like every color of the rainbow. It's here to help you heal. It's here to help you shift your energy. It's here to help you move and do something different. It's here to connect with source energy more. It's like we just see how like all these cards. Oh, that's cool too. It's like opening up. See at the top, she's doing it too. Hands open, heart open, looking to source, connecting. That's light workers, and that's what people need to do. And see, it's nearly exactly the same as this one up here. And then here's the people that feel trapped. We need you to open up so you can connect to this energy, and we can move you further along on your life journey through healing and stuff like that. It's like a massive gateway, massive portal, and it joins into your heart. There's a lot to do with the heart. We need you to be open. So even if you go out and do your full moon ritual, release, let go, say, release the old paradigm. I want to move forward in my ascension, and physically open up your hands and put your chest forward and up to the heavens, light a candle, make it beautiful, make it special ritual, have your crystals and stuff like that. But we really need you to be open to it, saying it. I'm open. I'm open to healing. I'm open to transforming. I'm open to transmuting energy. I'm open to a whole new life, and show me the way. I feel like I sit here and talk about that for like hours because it's so important. And see this guy, he's connecting his hand to his heart. He's got his other hand out, and he's accepting it. I'm seeing him as transmuting the pain, and I just see is now, like the time, it says eternal now at the bottom. The time to do this is now. Wow, that's freaking epic. I just want to marinate on that. That's just freaking amazing. Okay, let's go to this card there. Woo-wee! Didn't know how good this reading was gonna be. So cool. Woo. Tell you the energy is crazy at the moment. Crazy, and in a good way. It's very transformative. Live in the moment. So to ground this in is to be present, and I guess that's what we're doing now. We're reflecting, we're being present, we're probably thinking like me, like, wow, what's happening. I'll tell you something though, it was funny. I was talking to my friend, I'm like, this is gonna sound really weird, but my guides are like on some sort of vacation, and they pop in and pop out, but they need a break. I'm like, fair enough too, because I do put them through a lot. They have to do a lot of work with me. And I said, but then they've got some sort of like AGM, and they've gone off to some sort of cosmic meeting. Like I've they've never told me this before. It's just weird. And I was saying to my friend, there's something big happening. I said, nothing to be scared of. This is what it's like. It's literally the light workers are birthing, they're opening more portals to a timeline, to a higher timeline. So, okay, so at the end of this rainbow bridge, on this side into, you know, the 5D, and it's like it's breaking through. It's like sunlight breaking through the clouds, because more light workers have stepped up, you know, to serve their purpose, because more of them are ready to cross over. Oh my God, my crown chakra's tingling. Good confirmation. There's so many more people ready to heal. It's broken through, and it's showering down from the 5D into the 4D into the 3D, and it's magnetically pulling people through, pulling people in. Woo! Wow, and the energy in this reading, and obviously the sun, that's probably what's right on me, is going to connect you to that energy. So you're ready to accept the next stage of your life? Are you ready for healing to occur on every level, mass levels, mass scale? So be present in the here and now. So today, like for me, I was like, okay, my guide's been trying to get me to do, you know, planning and stuff, and I'm Piscean, so I'm like, oh, you know, one minute they're teaching me go with the flow, and then the next minute it's like, no, you need to schedule your day. I'm like, that's that Capricorn energy, right? And I'm like, fine. So I was at the gym, and I was just like, all right, this time, I'm like, I'm not going to follow it. And they're like, just do it. We're just trying to teach you something new. You know, so I was doing it. It's like, okay, I can see why they want me to do this, you know, if it's just for shits and gigs. But it's like, have some sort of frame, some sort of structure to your day, and then be flexible with it. Because, like, you know, I had this schedule. It's like, okay, I'm going to do these videos and do one for my women's empowerment group and stuff like that. But literally I did the first video this morning, which was just, I didn't see it coming. I thought it was going to be like this massive rant, but turned into an empowerment healing message. So that was really cool. You know, and then after that I was like, oh my God, I feel so satisfied. I just like literally sat there with the peace and the energy, and there was so many like high vibrational beings, and still is, they are in my house, but I was like, I'm just gonna lap this energy up, and it was just so beautiful. So it's like, be in the present moment. So when you feel that, oh, I just need peace, or call on peace, or I just need to feel peace, just sit there and be with yourself, like be in the present moment. It's so beautiful. Like if we just sit here like now, all I can hear is kind of like my fridge making gurgling noises. That's kind of stopped. Listen to the quiet. Like honestly, the quiet is beautiful. And when we're quiet, we can hear our soul voice more, so hear our imagination. And this is when ideas are going to come to you. Look at that, how cool that is. Imagination. You're going to have ideas. You're going to have sparks of, ooh, I could do this, or oh, I could try that, or I could contact this person, and oh, she seems cool, and da 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 da. You know, it leads from one thing to another. So follow the sparks of information that you receive when you're being present, and when you're, you know, in the quiet, and, you know, and live in the moment. Like someone calls you up, and normally, you know, they're just, no, I'm not going to give an example, but, you know, okay, I will. So someone messaged me at like 8 p.m. one night, and was like, what are you doing? Like, you know, meaning, do you want to do something? I'm like, I'm in my pajamas, it's 8 o'clock, I'm, you know, going to go to bed soon. And I'm like, why the hell would they do that? Like, how rude, you know? And, but when you think about when you were like younger or a teenager or whatever, you would love that if someone contacted you at 8, you'd be like, yeah, off I go, you know. And now it's like, but I'm cold, I want to go to sleep, I'm tired. You know. And then I realized, like, I literally don't know what day it is. Then it was a Friday night. It's like, oh, okay, for him it's, you know, he's starting his weekend, but for me every day's a weekend, and I don't even know what day it is. Anyway, so you know, be in the present more in that respect. Oh, here we go, make friends. yeah, definitely. I feel like a lot of soul family coming in and say yes to, doing fun things and stretch outside your comfort zone, because sometimes with the Capricorn energy, we can get too caught up in a day-to-day structure and activities and or work. Like, I'm bad for that. I honestly am, because I get to do my soul work all day. I literally could see it for like 15 hours and just do it. Like, my day goes like that. It's crazy. So we just have to do a schedule now. Otherwise, like, I make sure I go, okay, first thing in the morning I go to the gym, then I'm going to do some writing, and then interact with my group, and then I'm going to watch some of my show, and then I'm going to go outside and meditate, and you know what I mean? And literally the day's gone. I'm like, if you logically think, those things would take 10 minutes each, but it doesn't take that. It takes a whole day. So I need a schedule in, you could be relating to that. So watch out for that. Time to make new friends, reach out to more people on social media and groups and stuff like that, and start calling in your soul family. And when people offer to do something different or fun, kind of say yes, because I mean, if you're saying yes all the time, this message isn't for you. Well, maybe it is, but just try and do something different. Okay, one more message from this deck, please. Whew. I want this one. Limitation is power. Lean into your limitations. Ooh la la, that's deep. Have a look at that. So what are your limitations in your life? What are your perceived limitations? And this is like the whole shadow aspect thing too. Hey, like, as soon as we stop running from our shadows and turn to face them, they actually fuel our passion and our fire, and we get shit done. So lean into what you think is a bit too hard and is a bit of a challenge for you at the moment. If you're trying to develop something, create something, launch something, even, start a, I don't know, what do you call it? I don't want to call it a diet. Is it a healthier eating ritual, or, whatever it is for you? Like, lean into it and just go, okay, why do I always fail? I really want to eat better or whatever. Why do I always fail at that? Do you actually really want to eat better? Do you? Or you just think you should? And that's the difference. So be real with yourself, and that's why people fail, because they don't want to do it. Don't do it if you don't want to do it. And I remember I was sitting there going, oh, when the gym kicked back in again, I was like, oh, I suppose I should go to the gym. And my guide's like, why are you going if you don't want to do it? I'm like, it's true, because it just wastes energy and sabotages my day. Just don't go. And then when I feel lighter and like I actually want to go, then I'll go. And it works. And it's the same with forcing yourself to like stop eating or stop this or stop that. Look at the reasons as to why. It's like, do you actually really want to do it? So yeah, hopefully that was a message for someone. Lean into your limitations and just see what is hidden that you need to uncover within yourself. Because if you keep on trying to do something and you keep doing it the same way, it's not going to change. You're not all of a sudden going to get, that energy to go to the gym because you don't want to go. I mean, honestly, I still don't want to go. But because I acknowledged that I didn't want to go, it made me want to go. Does that make sense? Because it was like I was taking my power away. I was tripping myself up. I was exhausting my energy because I was forcing myself to do something I didn't want to do. But as soon as I just go, yeah, I just don't, and accept that, I let go of that restrictive energy, and it freed me up for, actually, I wouldn't mind going because, it's raining today. I can't go for a walk anyway. I'll just go in the corner on the exercise machine, keep away from people, because most days I can't people, and just do my thing. And that's exactly what I did. So it's about shifting your perspective around things you want to do. We've got the imagination card again, and action, compassion with yourself, and have compassion for others. There's a lot of I'm feeling a lot of inner child healing that needs to be done right now. Be gentle with yourself. Forgiveness will set you free. See the light in yourself and others. I don't know about you, but just saying those words doesn't help me say I want to forgive. other people, right? Because we initially have to forgive ourselves. So say if you're in a toxic relationship for so many years and then you're like struggling with, oh, I shouldn't have stayed and I've wasted my life and this and that. There's so much, energy against yourself. There's so much lack of compassion for yourself. It's really, forgiveness starts with forgiving yourself. It's not about forgiving others, because if we can't forgive ourselves for the mistakes we've made, we can't forgive others or see that they're just doing their thing in their space, or they're going through their deprogramming, or they're stuck in their toxic pattern. You can't just see it for that, just go, oh yeah, I get that, that's how they grew up and it's come from childhood, and and they just can't snap out of it, but I chose to be there. I felt trapped, but I wasn't. I chose to be there. I forgive myself for that because that's all I knew at the time. Just like, that's all they knew at the time. So compassion and forgiveness starts with yourself, and be gentle and just talk to your inner child. Like imagine your inner child was in that situation, because that's pretty much what happens. Our inner child is wounded from the situations we put ourselves in as an adult. So I see myself talking to my inner child and just saying, I'm so sorry I wasn't there for you. I'm sorry I didn't leave sooner. And, but I'm here for you now, and I'm making better choices, and I'm working on me. And my guides want me to wrap it up right here, right now. So I hope you enjoyed this full moon reading, high energy. I hope it's helped you. Let me know. And enjoy the changes that are coming in. All right, see you. Take care. Bye.